and so many women are now wanting to come up and meet Aron. So another one, as Aron told on the show, says, Kenny, I love your stuff. I don't get to see it all. I don't have a VCR. I don't have a DVR, so I can only catch your shows live. And he's right. I did say, well, you're in luck. I said, Chris, so my briefcase was not with me. I didn't take the damn thing in, but it did make for a good story. Chris is with us. Chris remembers a lot of this. He said, no, Dad, I went out to the trunk of the Cadillac and got your briefcase and brought it back in. I said, Chris, go out to the trunk of my car. Would you bring my briefcase back in? So now it's not quite as tacky as it was just walking in with a Star Maker Bolin briefcase, which is sitting over there covering my mother's poster up. Not quite as tacky because now a request has been made. Mr. Bolin, we would love to see your show. I can fix that because Aron was right. I had the Best of Bolin Services, volumes 1, 2, and 3. They were 6-hour DVDs of all of our best stuff. Well, I thought anything I ever did was the best. So a lot of shit made the clip, but a lot of stuff with Cena, Rico, Batista, Orton, Aron, of course. Many of the WWE stars are in these DVDs. There was even the Rest of My Life with I'm sorry, what was it? My Life, The Rest of Our Life with John Cena. And that was a DVD that I had. So I had 3 or 4 different brands of DVDs to sell. And Aron was right. He even remembered the pricing. I used to sell them for $20 plus shipping on the internet. I don't have to ship them. This is family that I've never met for the most part. I'd met Don before, a few, William Dean, Timmy John's fake brother that neither one of us liked. And so I said, well, the least I can do for family is let them have the DVDs for $10. I'm making these damn things for 50 cents a piece. It's a $19.50 profit. So I'll make $10 off family, $9.50 instead of the $19.50 I was making off everybody else. So for $10, you can get any, and many of them are buying all 4 volumes. The Cena, the 3 Best of Bowens. I'm making $40 a head off many of these family members. Aron is there, and that's but to motivate the women to buy the DVDs, if you buy the DVDs, you get a free autographed picture. And I had about 50 pictures in my briefcase of Aron the Idol Stevens, because when we would go out to eat, that was part of the way that we'd eat for free. We would tell them we're big television stars. And oh, by the way, Aron will sign a few pictures for your staff while he's here. He's going to be a big WWE star one day. I've managed Cena. I've managed Rico, Batista, Orton, Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin, all managed with or against all these guys. He's going to be a big star too. And I think by then I was finally known as the Star Maker. As a matter of fact, I was, because that was what was written on the briefcase. So, Chris goes out, brings in the briefcase. We're selling shit like crazy. I can't remember the total haul, but it was pretty goddamn good. And Aron says, it seems like I signed about 30, because Kenny, click, pops open the briefcase. There's all the DVDs. I had about 50 DVDs in the briefcase, and I had about 50 of Aron's pictures. For him to sign. I still got one around here somewhere. And so I do slide 2 Sharpies in case I need to sign anything, or if they want both our signatures on the picture. So he's got his 2 Sharpies, and he's looking at me like, what the hell? I'm back here to eat brownies and finger food. And now we're doing an autograph session because we were sitting behind a table. The only way to get access to us is if you came up to the table, requested time to meet me and Aron the Idol Stevens at my brother's father's funeral. And nobody is now at the main attraction. Everybody's in the back room getting their drinks, getting their brownies, getting their finger food. And those that have money are buying DVDs. And the women are going crazy over Aron. Aron was a bit modest as to what the women thought of Aron the Idol Stevens. My brother had to remind me that you might not have been the main attraction here, Kenny. It might have been Aron. The women were going crazy. I said, that's okay. I'll take it. He's 20 years younger than me. So he said he signed roughly about 30 pictures. It had to be at least 30 because we didn't have many of the 50 left. So we sell all the DVDs at $10 a piece, and I had 50 DVDs. All the pictures went, and all of them, but about 10. So he signed between 30 and 40 pictures. Now we're going to dinner after the show. I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. So we make it back into the main attraction. And at some point is when the tickets got put into his father's bib overhauls. And so when I told Timmy John and sent him the link, he loved watching the video. He loved Aron telling the story. And so when he called me, and me and Timmy John have not talked a lot since the Trump era, and he told me, he said, "Will you please tell Aaron that my dad still has those tickets?" And I thought that was pretty sweet and pretty cool. And also having a good sense of humor about death, that my father still has those tickets. He didn't get to use them. So that's that part of the story. So everything ramps up, and it was like a personal appearance I've never done or never seen before. We made good money for going to my brother's father's funeral. So now we make the announcement, well, what are y'all doing after the funeral? Well, we're going back to LaGrange. I've made a phone call and I've got arrangements to go to Applebee's. And me and Aaron and Christopher are covered. But if y'all want to come, I can probably get you all a discount under the circumstance. I felt that strongly about the connection I had at Applebee's, not knowing how many people are going to show up. So we go to Applebee's. It's dark, you know. We get to Applebee's and I show up and they're expecting the three of us, me, Aaron, and Chris. We pull up and have a seat. I said, well, I got some guests that are coming. I said, is there anything that you can do for my guests as they come? You know, any type of discount you can give them, maybe 20% off or maybe free soft drinks or something. Because they're all wanting to come here. They want to, many of these relatives have not seen me ever. Some of them haven't seen me in years. Some of them are coming here just solely to meet Aron the Idol Stevens, the females. And whatever you can do for them, I'd appreciate. I didn't ask for anything specific. Just maybe if you can do a 20% discount, free drinks, whatever you can do to help these people out. None of these people are rich. So 17 additional people from my family show up. Aron did not mention this at all on the show, on his version on Dutch's show. So we get there. So there's 20 of us in total. The bill finally comes at the end of the night. Everybody's having a great time. More pictures are being posed. Other of my friends that I have not seen in Oldham County in quite some time are coming up and joining us. So we must have, again, Aron signed the rest of his 10, because I did bring the briefcase in there because that was part of the expected deal. So Aaron's other 10 or 12 pictures have been signed and given out to various women in Applebee's. High school friends that I have not seen since 1979 are coming up and saying hi. And just another great event at Applebee's. So now there's 20 of us there eating, and I wanted to do something for the 17 that joined us. The manager was just so thrilled to have us. And apparently many of the 17 were buying alcohol, and apparently lots of it. And the manager come up to me and brought me the bill. And I said, oh, God. I said, well, I didn't mean for you to have me pay the entire bill. I said, we were trying to get each end of it. No, Kenny, just look at the bill. And I look at the bill for 20 people. 0, 0, 0. I looked at him. I said, are you sure? I said, this is a lot of people. He says, Kenny, this has been a great night. All I want you to do is take care of the 2 waitresses that have been serving you tonight. I was done. So we gave each waitress a $40 tip. Aron did not reach into his pocket for that $40. He said, King, you made a shitload of money tonight. You tip them. So we tipped the 2 waitresses $40 a piece because we just saved everybody a shitload of money. And I told the 17 that got to eat for free, I said, each one of you get your ass over here and lay $5 on this table. I said the waitresses, because I wanted to make sure they got at least $80 because they certainly earned it. Every one of them gave the $5. Oh my God, we got to hang out with you guys. Yeah, we spent a little money on alcohol. I got my meal for $5. Fuck, happy to do it. So now we've made money off the tip, or not a lot, but we made some. So because some people left more than $5. I can't remember who all did 10, and hell, I think a couple of them even did 20. So we made money off the tip. We made money off the personal appearance at the funeral home, and we made money at Applebee's. So it was a very good night. And I wish I would have more relatives pass away so I could bring pleasure to their funeral. And as Aron said at the end of the show, because people were trying to cry, oh my God, Bolin's so slimy. He's in there selling gimmicks at a funeral. Number one, where have you ever heard this before? It's a story. It's the greatest story ever told. And I'm so glad that Aron told it, because the story had never been told. And Aron was pretty much right most of the way. He didn't have any malicious intent, because goddamn, I thought it was Eminence as well, but it was Newcastle. I could see where he thought I might have brought the briefcase in with me, because I've done it at so many places. But Chris went out and got the briefcase once it was evident people were wanting the DVDs. And I said, okay, we're going to make some money tonight. This is great. And Timmy John didn't seem to care. Everybody had a good time, and everybody was happy to see us. And Tim had, whether it was his brother or not, had celebrities at the funeral home. So that's the story. That's my version, and I'm sticking to it. And Aaron can now do a third version to call me a liar if he'd like. But I think he will remember all this stuff as he gets to hear it. So that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it.